Hey folks, this is B. It's been an absolutely mental day here in Glastonbury, and I'm just here fulfilling my promise to talk a little bit about my new friend. Now, my new friend is not that big dragon in the corner, although he's fabulous, and I will talk about him sooner rather than later. But my new little friend is this beautiful pink Thulite. This is a gorgeous pink sphere of Thulite that I was lucky enough to find in Exeter Market. And I was really not looking for a crystal. You know, usually I do my crystal buying here in Avalon. Usually I go and go to Happy Glastonbury, or I go to Celestial. I usually know there that everything is safe, that I can, you know, buy with confidence, because there's so many fakes around now. I was told today that there's a lot of lapis lazuli now being faked, and it's just heartbreaking. Hi, Alicia, darling. Nice to see you. Anyway, so I was just minding my own business, looking for your presence, as you do in Exeter, when I came to a stall. And you know how it is when you see something out of the corner of your eye and you suddenly realize, oh my goddess, look at this beautiful piece of crystal. It was calling me. It was like love on first sight. And there were hundreds of crystals, all of them beautiful. I mean, it's a really good shop. And I'd never actually seen one of them like this before, and I certainly have never worked with what they call Thulite. Now, Thulite is a crystal that was found in Telemark in Norway in 1820, and it has now been found in one or two other places in the world. But really, the reason it's called Thulite is because of the ancient mythological island of Thule that is in front of Denmark. It is one of the Rosaline. It is also known as the name of Rosaline, which I think is a beautiful name, and it is from the zoisite family. Another brother of this particular crystal is tanzanite, and tanzanite is very, very expensive these days. And it is a beautiful, again, another beautiful crystal that I love working with. And I got a fantastic tanzanite necklace. Hi, Emma, lovely. Tanzanite necklace from my second spiral sisters, but for their initiation. It's always very gratefully received. So this wonderful little sphere, and I'm going to bring it a bit closer. But if I bring it closer, you can't really see it that well. You can see it's got some grey inclusion, but on the whole, it's got this beautiful pink hue. It really is about, and the pink comes from manganese. And if you understand that we all need minerals in our body, and very often we lack a lot of the minerals, and our food these days lacks a lot of the minerals, and it's actually not good for you not to have the minerals. So can you absorb the mineral through this sphere when you touch it, when you hold it? I think you certainly can absorb the energy of the manganese. So what is this crystal for? Now, I've only done a little bit of research, but I've been fondling it, and I do fondling this beautiful crystal. It is there for growth. It's there for fertility in all aspects, yeah? I mean, I don't want to get pregnant, but certainly we have got a big project that we are incubating at the moment. The new Crystals for Healing and Magic course that we're going to start in March. And so this is just the right crystal for that. This is just the right crystal to bring, you know, success to this. And it is also a crystal that has a lot to do with rebirth. And of course, that always is connection for us with Cerridwen. So when this was sent and I was told that it is for rebirth, I realized that this is actually exactly what we need right now, is a rebirth, because we are coming to the end of a 9-year cycle, and we're starting a new one in 2026. This is numerology. It's 6 plus 2 plus 2 is 10, which makes it a 1. It is the first year in the cycle. It's a beginning, it's a blessing, and this is perfect for that. And if you haven't got anything for that kind of new year, new cycle, I think it'd be really interesting to see what you could find. It's a companion on our journey of discovery. And it's interesting that every time the 9-year cycle in my life certainly finishes, 2025 is a finishing, it also begins to, we begin again. New things come forward again. A lot of stuff is closing now. There's a lot of people who are very upset about 2025. They say they had a terrible year, but it was a year of closing, of shutting things down, of letting things go. And this particular crystal is brilliant for the heart cycle. The heart cycle, not just the actual physical heart cycle in your body, although it is great for that, but also the heart system that allows you to trust, allows you to love, allows you to feel gentle towards people, soft towards people. And yet it is a strong foundation. It is a really strong foundation. It helps you become solid in your inner workings. It's a really expanding your heart center. It's expansion that we all need right now, especially in these days. There was a thought as I was writing this, I had a little thought, right? What if we could get to Trump with a Thulite? What if we could get to Trump? I'd probably get shot now. What if we could get to Putin? What if we could get to some of these people who are causing so much chaos, so much harm in this world? What if we could have a piece of Thulite and actually stick that? One of the things is on the heart and the other one is on the third eye to expand the mind, expand the understanding. What would happen? I mean, their head might explode, but what a shame. It is really a rejuvenation, and it's allowing our flow to start moving again unhampered. Very often we are in an ebb and flow, and a lot of people now are talking about being in a bit of a slump, being in a bit of an ebb, but actually having one of these and holding the sphere. I'm sort of fondling it all the time, same as I'm fondling the nose of my beautiful dragon, but I'm fondling this all the time, and it really is. You can feel it flowing through your arms, through your palms of your hands, into your body, and it gives you a strengthened inner balance. And this is really what we all need right now: is the strengthening of our inner balance. It helps you to love more openly. It helps you to be more compassionate. Again, something that is so important right now. It is also about finding that spark of happiness in every single day. The spark of happiness that gives us with what we need right now in this world. It gives you serenity. This is another thing, serenity is really, really important. We are all a little bit hyped up. I was talking to somebody today during a reading, and it's this bad news day that we all have. Bad news, bad news, bad news. It's never anything uplifting. And it's hard to say to people, well, don't watch it, because you can't avoid it. The first thing I heard about yesterday morning was the shootings in Bondi Beach. And of course, that is heartbreaking for all of us. Is this wanton destruction of life, regardless of who makes it happen. So there is this potent vibration on this forgiveness, the forgiveness on a larger scale, on a cosmic scale, on a universal scale. And as you touch it gently, it is so beautiful. It cleanses and strengthens your aura. It immediately flows into your aura. It makes it stronger. It heals the holes, and it connects us again directly with our heart. And these pink rays show us the way to our soul. We very often find that our soul is hidden somewhere. It's shocking how unconnected people are with their soul. And it really needs to be a greater connection with our soul. And, sometimes when we have old emotional pain, we can bring that to the front, and we must bring it to the front, and we must face it. There's no point in pushing it down and saying, I can't face this right now. It is about letting go of that weight on our shoulders, to accept what happened that we cannot change in the past. We cannot change it, but what we can do is, with this beautiful stone, we can face it, and it can help us move forward. It is also an ending to negative thinking, and that is really important, because very often we catastrophize, especially in these days. And I would like to invite you to not catastrophize, to actually think not positively. That has already become a toxic weapon, but with hope. Think with hope about what we could create and find us these heavenly vibrations, these cosmic vibrations. When we face and remove our inner demons, then we are taking ourselves on our own inner healing journey. And there are demons in all of us still. There is a really lovely way of meditating with this stone. I would really suggest that if you have a piece, just hold it in your hand, close your eyes, and let it take you into the places that are soft and gentle and loving. It can help you heal your emotional wounds. It can help you heal your broken heart. And I think we all suffer from broken hearts at the moment. It gives you the comfort. And it gives you a support to lean on. When I touched this first, I was starting to sing in my head, lean on me when you're not strong, blah, blah, blah. You know the song. And it's giving us a big ethereal hug. And it actually shields through that hug. It surrounds you with this beautiful energy. And it shields you from more pain and trauma. So while I was walking around in the city centre of Exeter, which is beautiful and, you know, it's not necessarily traumatic, but holding that, it did help me keep some of those, you know, energies of greed and need at bay. It is also one of the best crystals. If you suffer from CPTSD or PTSD, this is the crystal for you. I know quite a few people in my friendship circle that have been now the doctors have now prescribed them and have diagnosed them as suffering from CPTSD. And yes, there are all sorts of wonderful ways and means of doing counseling, but try the crystals and see if they can help you. And what do? You place it on your third eye, which enables you to open your mind. It makes you more able to expand mental consciousness. This is why I was laughing earlier on. You know, what if we could put one of these right between some of the people's eyes that are holding the energy, holding the power in our land now? You know, just if possible, you could just lob it at them so it hits them right between the eyes. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud. It's brilliant for people working in triggering environments, and I know so many of my sisters work in triggering environments, in the more and more where more and more people have to produce more with less time, with less pay. You know, it is quite horrific out there. It can also help you to escape to a place of beauty. So I very often close my eyes, hold this, and think of Anun, think of the Summerlands, think of a place where the sun shines. Here in Avalon, it's been relentless with the rain, and it's just pouring down, and you can't get out the house, and that's a bit, So this will be giving you energy to keep you going in this Yuletide, keep you going when you are with family and friends, keep you going when you feel that everything is getting a little bit too much. So this is Thulite, and I don't know whether you could get a beautiful sphere like I've got here, but I hope and wish for you that you can get something like that, because I think it is an amazing helper, an amazing energy. And I will say I've tried a little bit of rose damask oil on it just to make friends, just to make it feel welcomed in my house, and it loved it. It loved it. You have to be careful with some oils on some stones, but this one in particular really enjoyed that. And so now it really smells beautiful as well as it feels beautiful. And as I was putting the rose damask on, I was also rolling it on my temples and just feeling the energy penetrating my sacred space, my beautiful sacred triangle of, you know, thinking and connection with Goddess and connection with humanity. And so, yeah, this is me going on waxing lyrically about the Thulite. So I'm hoping that some of you will be interested in learning more about crystals. I'm really interested in doing more work with crystals for you. And like I said, in March, we're starting our new crystal magic Crystals for Healing and Magic course. And, you know, the old witches of Cerridwen are going to get together with their cauldron, and we're going to cook up some proper recipes, some proper spells for the good of all in the world, I guess. So much love to you all. I will see you again next week. I hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, soon the sun will rise again. Soon the days will get longer. Here in Avalon, we already have had the first snowdrops, which always makes me a bit nervous, but there we are. It is 14 degrees, so I'm telling you, it's so hot here, we don't need jumpers. So it's lovely to see you all. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself. And from all my beautiful crystal allies, I wish you a good night and much love. Blessed be.